So here we have an oldie but a goodie, made by Bat Machine Company Incorporated. This is a discontinued product of theirs, but a very popular one back in the day. I super impressed by it, so I just thought I'd go ahead and see these very often, so maybe I'll just blab about it for a little bit and show you guys what you can't have anymore. A little bit of investigation work on their website. Currently, they do offer similar style actions, very similar to this. This is the Mike Bravo, the MB model that they offered years and years ago. In the shop right now for some barrel work. We're going to spin up a couple new barrels here for a customer of ours. Where's he from? I don't even know. Mr. Mark. We're going to go ahead and do that for him. But like I said, just wanted to kind of showcase this. It's pretty cool. I am impressed, like I said. Very, very high quality action, great impressive machining. Now it's not very fancy or flashy looking. As you can see, it's pretty much a round tube with a hole bored through it and a bolt and a recoil lug that is bolted in there. Very thick. It's like a 3/8 or ½ inch. Oh, some kind of weird size. 490. A 490 thousandths recoil lug. Maybe a 12.5 millimeter. I don't know why they went with that size. That's kind of funny. Oh, these manufacturers do some funny stuff sometimes. So we've got a right-handed action with a left-handed ejection port. You don't see that very often. The idea there is you're shooting, the shooter doesn't want to move his hand off of his bolt, and so wants to keep this, maintain this, and then either retrieve the shot round or have it fall to their left side. And conversely, being a single shot, you see there is no feed port there. So this is a true single shot. They would place their new round in there on the left side, again keeping their right hand doing the job that it wants to do, instead of having to pick up things and load things and whatnot. Sure, you're still opening the bolt, closing the bolt and all that good stuff, but whatever. It's a desirable feature for some Benchrest shooters, and obviously this is a Benchrest. This thing is heavy, I'm telling you. Let's get a weight on it. We got 2 pounds. Can you see that? 2 pounds and about 11 ounces, we'll say. It's cold in the shop, starting to warm up, so this thing's not calibrated. So that could be a little bit plus or minus 5 ounces, who knows? But we're, this is heavy. This is a big, heavy. Yeah, see, there's 2 ounces with nothing on it. So we'll burn 2. Not the lightest cheerleader in the squad. This would be one of your base cheerleaders on the bottom. Which is good. Benchrest, you want a lot of weight, right? So heavy, heavy, thick-walled. The bolt is pretty much the same as you'd find in any typical bolt action. Side bolt release. But I tell you, this sucker is smooth as silk. I mean, wow. It's just smooth. I love it. And really, when the bolt is closed, there is minimal slop. So the bolt matches the race wave extremely well. And I tell you, one of the smoothest actions I've ever felt in my life. Look how thick that is. That is thick steel. I have not researched, I've not done my homework, so I can't tell you what kind of steel this is. Probably 4140 stainless, I don't know. Throw that in the comments, guys. I'm sure somebody out there will know. And just throw that in the comments for everybody else to see so we can all learn. I got work to do, so I don't have a lot of time to research this. I barely have time to shoot these things, but just for posterity's sake and, oh, it's a little interesting, I guess. A lot of my audience may find this interesting. If not, you're not even watching this, so you're not hearing this, who cares? Anyway, let's see, what else is there to say? Trigger hanger. So we've got your trigger hanger, kind of traditional style here. Unfortunately, it is not tunable. So you kind of get that clunk feeling. Now this is so old, it's probably predates the time of trigger hanger tunability, but you get that kind of like clunk feel to it. It's nothing terrible. Again, I'm spoiled because now I've used the American Rifle Company coup de grace, which has that tunable trigger hanger, and it's just, you know, once you use that, you can't help but notice other actions now, like they all do that clunk. I don't know. It's nitpicking crap. Would it be nice? Sure. Is it a deal breaker? No. Who cares? Whatever. Big deal. You can get over that kind of stuff. But anyway, we got a trigger. Looks like a jewel, which is also a rare bird. That's an extinct guy. I think that's a jewel trigger. I haven't seen one of these in years because they've been out of business. Sucks. Always loved jewel triggers. I use those exclusively from like 2000 to 2000, well, I don't know when they, again, I don't do my homework, so whenever they started business and went out of business, I was all about the jewel triggers. Loved them. Forgive me, guys. I don't know. Fire control group here is impressive as well. We've got a nice, sleek firing pin. Looks like a typical 7.2 size firing pin. So one of those. I don't know. That machine may offer a smaller firing pin size now. They may not. Let's check the fit here. But it is a nice fit from hole to pin, so not a lot of room there for any kind of blanking to occur. But, you know, tapered shroud, very similar, very simple with the Bat Machine insignia logo deal thing on the back. Cocked indicator, it looks like. Fairly simple cocking piece. Cam design, so it's very easy to toollessly install and reinstall, if I can figure this out. Here we go. Should be like that. Yep. Push in, turn, and turn, pops out on these two little cams. So that's a little bit futuristic for the time of this action. Again, the bolt is very nicely machined. We've got a cone style face on there and a mini M16 style extractor. Holds the case very nicely. Let's go when it needs to. Fluted, straight flutes on the bolt body there. The idea usually is if dust and debris is blown around, that has somewhere to go, especially something like this that has such a nice fit to the bolt bore raceway. Another interesting feature here, which you don't see very often, is a shrouded thread tenon. So right here is about an inch of just plain steel, which transitions into your typical torque shoulder right here, which would, on most actions, is the face of the action. So kind of weird. From what I understand, this is for bedding purposes, so you get some extra material here, or extra surface area to bed this action into the stock. Rather than using the shank of your barrel, you're using this entire straight section here to bed it, which makes the gunsmith's job a little more tricky. I mean, it's not that big of a deal for us seasoned professionals, but here's a barrel I got done doing. This one is chambered in, let's see, which one is this? This is the Krieger 6mm. So this is the 6 GT. So the barrel threads in just like any other. Got an 1 1/16 inch major diameter with a 18 threads per inch pitch. Okay, so anyway, I'm not going to thread that all the way in, but what you can see there is that about 1 inch of the shank of the barrel is encapsulated or captured by that shroud area. And so the actual threads are right back here. That makes it extra long, a little trickier to measure, whatever. You got to put on your 1 to 2 inch probe and all that stuff, but same kind of concept. I've seen this in other actions, a few others, a handful of others. Defiance is one, and I'm sure there's some others I'm forgetting. But other than that, it's your typical thread extension. So as you can see on the barrel, you know, looks basically the same. The nice thing is the bat machine still offers a print on their website, giving you all the suggested nominal dimensions and some warning things here. You know, they've got some bastard actions out there that may be different and whatnot, so just beware of that. As always, I made a test stub for this guy, so I didn't make it super long, but at least confirmed the major diameter and the threads per inch, made sure all that stuff worked before we did the real barrel, especially on the customers that Mr. Mark wanted the most length possible, so I cannot screw up. I cannot afford to, oops, I screwed up and cut it off and redo it. I don't think he'd be too happy with me. It'd be very unprofessional of me. But anyway, we went ahead and made this test stub like we always do when we're working with an unfamiliar action. That also provided us with make sure we got the angle right for the bolt nose. So as you can tell, if you want to see this drawing, you can just go to Bat Machine's website and download that or view it on your PDF viewer or whatever you need to do. But what I'm saying is this is a cone breech, and it is a kind of uncommon angle of 25 degrees. So that gave me the ability to also confirm the angle of the breech system perfectly matches the angle of the bolt nose in order for the best fit, least amount of slop between the two, because you want that to be very close but not touching, but also match that angle so we have no interference whatsoever. That would be detrimental to consistency, which would be bad for accuracy. So you've got positive headspace on this. What was it? It's called out on the drawing here. 1 inch 74 thousandths of headspace. 1 inch 50 thousandths length tenon. So we've got positive headspace. Sticks out just a little bit from the breech right there, as you can see. Maybe not, maybe. So anyway, this one's in 6 GT. And then this other barrel is going to be a 260 Remington, which is what that dummy cartridge was. See, it's a dummy, doesn't have a primer. No powder in there. So this cartridge is a dummy round for this. He sent me this because he wants a little bit more throat for that extremely long projectile on there. So this is another, nope, this is a Brux, I think, Brux. Yeah, this is a Brux barrel, which is going to be chambered in the 260 Remington, standard, Sammy spec. And each barrel is going to feature our friends over at Cortina Precision, one of their fancy-dancy EC tuners. This is the V2 with a thread adapter. Okay, so the barrel here is a little bit on the smaller size on the muzzle end, and same with this other one. So you've got what's basically an adapter. So that goes 3/4 24. It's printed on there somewhere. To his EC tuner, which is a 7/8, I think, 7/8 by whatever. So on a bigger barrel, you would forego that adapter and just thread on this with the spring underneath it. Might do a review. What's the point of that? Let's just do it right here, right now. Right here, right now. Let's just unscrew this here. A little assembly. So, typically, you would thread just this part on with a special kind of tenon that they have available on their website. But in this case, the muzzle is just a little bit skinny. So, yeah, see that? So this brake, or tuner, I'm sorry, this tuner would be more for a 1.1 inch barrel or bigger. Something like that. So they sell you this tuner adapter. And there it is, the 3/4 24 internal threads there. Which means we'll thread this barrel, just like this one here, we'll thread that to 3/4 24 to install this piece. And then the tuner part slips over that with their patented waffle spring and a little nylon washer. So that all screws back on. Screw that on, and then you can tune it. You've got 4 reference points, A, B, C, D, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. So yeah, this is a cool job we got in the shop. Thought I'd just show it off real quick. Probably show some machining of this barrel and the attention to detail and the level of precision that we go to for each and every job that comes through our shop here at Accurate Rifles and Restorations, Casper, Wyoming. Let's see. Anyway, here's the cap. So these things come in these fancy, it's pretty funny, kind of play on medicine. You got your prescription label here with some funny information on it. So when you get these, usually you'll get like a sucker and a sticker and stuff like that too. But I don't know, just kind of a neat company. Made in Texas. And real good guys to deal with. I had a question about this before I did it. I wanted to make sure I'm doing it properly. Answered all my questions I had. Very friendly, very, very happy to talk with you on the phone. They answer the phone, which is nice. And yeah, family business, small business, so support those guys. Whether or not you believe in tuners, that's secondary, who cares? I kind of do. I know all my customers that use them have had really good results with them. So big thumbs up to those guys at Cortina Precision. Big also thumbs up to Bat Machine. They are amazing actions. Even their current production, still the same small company. Very high quality, very boutique. You can tell these are made with care, precision, and high quality checks all along the way. Obviously, Krieger barrels and Brux barrels, some of my favorite, some of my top 2 and my top 3 favorite barrels ever. Third being Bartlean. As you guys know, if you're a subscriber to this channel, I have praised Bartlean's name quite a bit over the years. Biggest reason is they're available. You can actually get their barrels. And here my customer has sent the action wrench, the appropriate wrench for this action, which fits very nicely, made by Bat Machine, of all people. So I had him send this along because, I mean, I've got the short action customs and it does technically fit in there. The Winchester head fits, but it's a little sloppy. And just to avoid any problems, I wanted to make sure I was using the correct factory-made wrench for that guy. So, yes, like I said, another Benchrest highly precision rifle coming out of the shop, Accurate Rifles and Restorations. If you guys need a gunsmith, if you're looking for someone with these capabilities and knowledge level, I'm your man. Please don't hesitate to get in touch. In the description under this video, you will find our website. And if you go to that website, you will find my contact information. You can either email me or call me directly. My phone number is right there on the contact page. It's actually on the bottom of the home page. Very easy to find. You'll see that number. Go ahead and call it. You can email me, like you said. Sometimes emails get a little bit lost in the spam bots and all that stuff. So best way to do it is just call me. I'm available 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Anytime for you guys if you need to talk to me. Quick turnaround times, high quality work, very high level of attention to detail. You know, I'm not the cheapest guy in the world, but there's a reason for that, because we put a lot of care and quality into our work. So we do full custom rifle builds, consultations, high quality Cerakote. If you want to check our Cerakote work, go to Cerakote, find an applicator, type in our zip code, 82604, span out a little bit, and you'll find Accurate Rifles and Restorations. So I think that's all the promotional things I have to say for this today. Thank you very much for watching. If you could, please leave a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. There's plenty of videos. We have over 100 videos at this point in time for your viewing pleasure. All about precision rifles. Also restoration work. Not so much of that these days. I'm just overwhelmed with the rifle work these days, so I don't have a lot of time to whittle on stocks and do stuff like that, but whatever, it's still there. And 22 NRL, we're diving into that world here real soon, so if it's not up yet, stay tuned for that. 22 NRL guys, competition guys in the 22 rimfire. We have some big surprises and stuff for you in store, so can't wait to get into that world and give you guys the same level that we give our centerfire customers to the rimfire world. Very lacking in high quality smiths for that, so I'm going to be highly involved in that here soon, moving forward. So anyway, like I said, stay tuned for that. Type it in the search if you're interested. It might be there, might not. Can't tell you when this video is going to drop, but anyway. With all that being said, thank you again for watching. We'll see you in the next one.